What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we're going to talk about March to October and why I think you guys really need to be playing this mode, because it is far and away the best thing that you can be doing for team affinities to not only get great diamonds now, but be on pace for some great diamonds once the expansions do hit. Before we do get into this one, make sure to leave a like down below. Really helps out the channel, helps the videos grow, and subscribe if you guys are new. We're just about to hit 27,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the incredible support. We had our easily most successful month ever in March, and yeah, just gonna have a ton more MLB tips, gameplays, everything of that sort on this channel. But let's get down into brass tacks, talking about March to October. You may have realized from my Team Affinity video I told you to stray away from March to October. However, that was before they had an update. I think it was about a week or so ago that they heavily increased the amount of Team Affinity points that you do get from playing March to October. As you can see, it's the same for every team, but on rookie difficulty, you would get at least 32 if you were to max out everything on rookie, which is extremely easy. That's 8, 16, 20, 28. That is going to be 40 team affinity points you get for beating this on rookie. Rookie difficulty is laughably easy. How long is this going to take you? It took me about 5.5 hours. I'll show you quickly my universal profile. It will say a little bit above. It is currently at 6:19. Not all of that was gameplay time. One of them, I started a new March to October today, so that's probably another 15 minutes from the first game that I had to play. It was about 5.5 hours that it took me, and the one that I did was on veteran difficulty, because the new thing with March to October, it used to be if you want to actually make it worth it, you have to play on high difficulties. And for some people who aren't as experienced with the game, or they just don't want to go through a longer grind where you could potentially not even win the World Series and not get that many points, it is now, in my opinion, beneficial to play on lower difficulties. So I played on veteran for the Tampa Bay Rays just because that's all I needed for the points, and I realized how good and how great you can game the system right here. So I did not lose anything on veteran. I completely swept the playoffs. I did not lose any game of the regular season, and I got max rewards. It says 42. That's likely earnings. I actually got 52 team affinity points, which is nearly going to max you out on this. If you're to think about 52, if you get all that done on veteran difficulty, which is not hard at all, I wouldn't consider the Rays to be a phenomenal team to use, because yes, they have good pitching, but hitting is more important. It's not that difficult to pitch on veteran. I never found myself in a pickle there, and like I said, I won every game even with the Rays not having a great lineup. But yeah, if I were to get 52 points, if you do a collection, which especially for some teams like the Rays, like the Orioles, like the Blue Jays, like the Royals, anybody in the Central that isn't named the Indians, the collections do not go for a whole bunch of stubs. That is already going to get you to 62 team affinity points. And then if you did this, the innings and the mission that you have, remember it changes depending on which team that you do, it is already going to get you to max rating, which is important. You do not just want to go for the diamond and lie down, because I would imagine very soon we are going to see the first team affinity expansion. Why is that? It is the spring. I think it was the 19th, 20th of March was the first day of spring. We're about to have the second inning program, and then after that, with no season right now, there's not a whole lot of content they can do, and I would imagine probably in at least 2 weeks we'll have the team affinity expansion, and there's going to be another really good diamond player for every team. So you're going to want to get to 70 points, not just 50. Showdown is great. It has really good rewards. It can be difficult, and that's another reason why I think March to October is better. Unless you are very, very good and adept at beating showdowns, you know exactly how to do it, you don't really lose. March to October is going to be the better offering, because you can complete 2 AL East showdowns and you're going to be able to get 25 points worth of vouchers to exchange on a team affinity and get the diamond at 50 points. But you want to get up to 70. You want to be prepared and not have to do any makeup work to get some of the teams done. And there's a perfect way to game the system, which I'll talk about in March March to October in just a second, but there's just such great rewards. And remember, it is not all or nothing like Showdown is. There are many bosses that if you were to play them and if you were to lose, you don't get anything for it. You don't get any team affinity points at all. So once again, I say if you are really good at Showdown, then I think maybe this is better for you. There are some stubs that you can make, and there's packs that you're going to get as well as alongside the Team Affinity Diamond, but March to October is not that much longer, if not at all longer, depending on how good a player you are. Some people like to go as many runs as they can earn in Showdown as they can. Some people go full nuts to butts and go down 0 to 15 and try to make the comeback from there. But March to October, even if you were just to play to the All-Star break, that is already 11 points, because once again, it is very easy to get complete maxed out on veteran difficulty. It's not hard at all. And then once you start getting into the postseason, you're going to earn a ton. Like I said, 52 points if you do it on veteran. On All-Star is going to be even better. I think this is like, it's 62, something that you can get if you max out on All-Star. So I would recommend veteran or All-Star. Remember, once again, you cannot surpass the 70 points. Currently, if you try that, it will do nothing for you. You are doing it for absolutely no reason. So that's the beauty of March to October. You don't have to play the high difficulties. There is 0 point to play on Legend unless you just really want to challenge, or if you... It doesn't even make sense to do that, because like I said, there are the collection gives you 10. I don't really recommend the exchanges as much now because those are going up in price, and March to October is just so good. Do these 2 missions and do it on veteran, and you are automatically going to get the diamond and max out your team affinity. And what I was talking about with gaming the system in March to October, that is very cool, and keep this in mind for when the expansion does hit, is you can just have these ready for when the expansion does hit to earn more points. What do I mean by that? You can have this March to October, you can set one up. Let's say your favorite team is the Rays in my case, and let's just imagine they'd have a good diamond. Blake Snell's a good diamond. Maybe we can hope that they'll get another back-to-back. Not that likely though. They don't have a whole lot of choice picks to choose from. But what I can do is I can go right up until the All-Star break, where I get my first reward gate, and on veteran difficulty, that is 11 points that I'm going to get. So I'm already going to get 11 progress as soon as that affinity hits. So if you guys don't have much to grind right now, just start these up, preload them, and get them ready. Even if it's just for one team, your favorite team, or somebody you think is going to get a really good card, you can get these March to Octobers ready. And you can even do it up to the postseason. That's not a bad idea either. Technically, you'll earn more, and that's probably a better idea. It depends on how much you're wanting to grind, but you could really have multiple March to Octobers in the postseason just ready for the expansion. What I mean by that is the reward gates, once again, on veteran for the postseason, you are going to earn, what would it be, 30 points per postseason after doing all of that. And even if you were to stop right before the season ends, you could get 41 team affinity points ready to go before the team affinity hits. And then once the expansion is released, you can already have it nearly halfway done. That is just so amazing, and another reason why I really recommend March to October. Just remember, you cannot jump the gun. There's no point in doing there's no point in surpassing that right now. Just get those ready and just leave it alone. Stop playing it. Keep the load save file, and once it hits, then continue playing on that one, and you're going to get great progress right away. So March to October, in summary, it took me on veteran difficulty with the Rays, not the best team to do it for, or at least players to do it with. It took me 5 to 5.5 hours, and in that time, I was able to completely max out their team affinity. I didn't have to spend any stubs. I actually gained 5 XP points. I started out at level 15 silver. I'm now at level 20 silver, so it's really good for that as well. And there is not nearly as much risk as Showdown. If you lose in the postseason, you're still going to get those 22-ish points depending on how good you do or what difficulty you play on. You're still going to get those for just playing. And on the lower difficulties, like I said, which I recommend because it's easier and there's no point to go past the 70 right now, that's going to change once the expansions hit, because you're not going to get all of these 30 teams up to 70 points, or at least I don't think. Maybe some of you are going to really be grinding this out, but I just think for those reasons it's better than the exchanges. It's going to you know, save you a bunch of stubs, and it is going to gain you XP where you wouldn't get that from gaming the market, grinding stubs, and doing the exchanges. And once again, in Showdown, it is a lot more difficult, and it is all or nothing. You win or you don't get anything for it, and you have to go back and start it all over. So if you guys have been sleeping on March to October, please wake up. Please stop taking the melatonin, get yourself a 5-hour energy, and get awake, because March to October is great. I'm probably going to start one maybe with the Astros. I think I might do the Astros next because I kind of want the Carlos Correa, and I'm just going to be grinding these out. If you were to take this, I know a lot of people don't have work, don't have school right now. If you took 5 hours, 5.5 hours, divide that in 2 days, that's 2.5 to 3 hours per day that you're going to play, and you're going to get a full team affinity done in that time. So this is really great. Please make sure to check this out, guys, and play March to October. It is now phenomenal with rewards. Let me know if you guys have completed any, and what teams are you looking to do for March to October. Which team affinities do you think are going to have some really good cards that you're looking to get? And if you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes my Saudi. Yeet.